Hello, my name is Basit Ali. I'm your cloud computing instructor. Today we are going to start Microsoft Azure, and we are starting it from the scratch level, from the beginner level, and we are ending up it with the on the professional level. So let's start course Microsoft Azure. There are I divided this course into the major 10 modules we discuss in that course. So let's write one by one. First of all, we will discuss introduction to cloud, and in the second module we discuss Azure fundamentals. In Azure fundamental, we discuss about different accounts, plus we discuss some core computing services, and in our third module we discuss about storage services and Azure Data Store. Now on the next our is fourth module. In fourth module, we start discussing about Azure security, and access management. Like we discuss Active Directory in this module and all other features that we need in Azure to secure our cloud computing services. And in the fifth module, we discuss network domain. In the sixth module, we discuss how can we use Azure, Microsoft Azure by integrating with DevOps. For example, we discuss, we integrate Azure with some languages, and in the seventh module, we discussed about important services and pointers. For example, AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. In the in the eighth module, we compare Azure by AWS Amazon Web Server, and in our ninth module we discuss how can we use cloud, how can we use cloud in our uh, real life, market. How can we get a good job by Azure? For example, cloud. His name is. I mean, what's our career in cloud, and what skills we get. And in our final module is the last and the 10th, the final view about what we have learned. Every module is categorized with further topics. So let's start with our first introduction to cloud. Our first topic is intro to cloud computing. So in intro to cloud computing, we have further 5 topics in it. First is why cloud. We will discuss it one by one. And the second is service models. Third one is deployment model. And the fourth one is cloud providers in the market, different cloud providers. And our last is cloud demo. This is our introductory topics that we're going to discuss. This is the outline of introduction to cloud computing. Let's start from why cloud. If we went into the past in history, for hosting a website we need multiple servers, and after that we host the website on that servers. For example, if I have I host a website and I have my server capacity is 100 users. So day by day my users are increasing, my traffic is increasing, so I need to second server to install second server. The traffic rate is the traffic high traffic, we need more server, and when more server we also need to monitor them, and when to maintain that servers, and to it's a very big problem. I mean to manage a huge amount of servers. In this scenario we have some disadvantages. First is cost effective. If I get one server, my traffic is increasing, I will have to buy a second server, then I have to buy a second server, a third server, fourth server, mean a huge data center. So if the device node is increasing, also troubleshooting is difficult. So first problem is this, and the second problem is cost. A cost effective, it's a very cost effective solution, it's not a best solution, because I have to buy a server, I have my electricity is also power usage, and the labor cost also is doing, and troubleshooting is difficult, and traffic increasing day by day, and sometimes there are idle, so traffic is idle, there is no traffic on that time, my servers are not utilizing, so they are only it's a waste of my money, so they are not utilizing. Amount of data is huge because everything is online, so here we need cloud, and all above disadvantages are taken by clouds from our shoulders. Just move your data to cloud. Now what is cloud? This is why cloud. Now what is cloud? A cloud is a huge space that is available online for your usage. Well, for example, a collection of data centers where you store data as you host or you host your application. It's called cloud computing. No question, data center already exists. Why? So what did cloud do differently? Cloud mean that you can manage your various applications, manage your resource, manage your network properly by combining all those set data center that we have discussed together through a network, and then providing you the control to use these resources, this sequence, this server, this data center. For example, rent services. We use you when you can rent your services when you need and when on time. I mean, you pay what you are doing, what you are using. It's just lets you run the services, and the people who rent you the services can take care of all your things, like all that drawbacks that I have discussed in the what is where is cloud. That is the troubleshooting is on the people who rent you the services, and the security issues and the infrastructure troubleshootings. All that you are just paying them and using the services. You don't need to troubleshoot or the problem. You don't need to manage the that servers. You don't need to upgrade that server. You have no concern about high traffic, low traffic. So you just rent the services from the service provider. This is our cloud. This is called cloud. We have discussed both why cloud computing, and the second one is what is what is cloud, why cloud, and what is cloud. Now, what is cloud computing? What is cloud computing? Now, it's the ability to store your data where you can process it, where you can access it from anywhere in the world. That's called cloud computing. It's just make the world accessible. It lets you have your applications and manage them the way you want to, the way you think, the way you want to do. You can do anything with the service mode, with the this by using cloud computing services. Now, our fourth topic is service models. We have different service models on our need. Some want to use resources. Some people want to use resources. Some people want to create their own application, own infrastructure, own instances. So everyone have its own options, own requirements. So based on our need, we have different service model. There are main service model. There are three main service model that were discussed today. The first one is IaaS, and the second one is PaaS, and the third one is SaaS. These are the three main service models that we are discussing today. So let's start from the opposite side, SaaS. Then we discuss PaaS and then IaaS. So first SaaS. SaaS is a software as a services. It's a predefined source that we use. We don't need to maintain it. We don't need to troubleshoot it. We don't need to upgrade it. For example, a Gmail. We are using a predefined services. Gmail. We send and receive email. We use Gmail as a server. We don't need to maintain it. Sorry. We use Gmail as a services. We don't need to maintain it. We don't need to secure it. We don't need to we don't have any concern about it upscaling, it's downscaling. Everything is taken care by Google. So it's SaaS, software as a service. We are just using Gmail as a services. It's SaaS. software as a services. Now the second one is we discuss about PaaS, platform as a services. Is just give us a platform to build our own app, our own infrastructure, our own design, our own topologies, our own nodes, our own ideas. Is platform as a service. Just provide us a platform. For let's example, take an example of Google App Engine. And on Google App Engine, we go and create an app and also put our app so over there so can other can use it. So it's called PaaS. And in the third example, our third service model is IaaS, infrastructure as a services. It just provide us resources, mean it just provides us computing, it just provide me a storage, it just provide us a network and virtualized computing resources where we can install our own choice infrastructure. For example, I install my own choice operating system on that resources. Like I want Linux, I want Windows, I want Windows servers. It's on my requirements what I want. So it's a basic from scratch. I install the operating system and application on my own choice on that operating system or anything we want instances. It's called IaaS. I hope you are all getting my point. Now we have discussed. We have write five things in introduction. Five topics. Five in introduction. First one is why cloud. Second one is service models. And in why cloud we have what is cloud computing, where we use it. We have discussed it both things. Now the service model. In service model, I have we have discussed about SaaS, PaaS, yeah. So the software as a services, platform as a services, and infrastructure as a services. So let our start from deployment model. It's also called mean the different deployments model. It's also called different types of clouds that are available in the market. We have different types of cloud service provider that's available in the market. So here we discuss there are basically three major types of clouds that are available in the market. First one is public cloud. Second one is private cloud. And third one is hybrid cloud. Now discuss one by one. First of all, public cloud. Public cloud means available to everyone. For example, a service provider make their resources mean, for example, such as application and storage available to general public over the internet. That's called public cloud. It's easy and inexpensive setup, and you pay what you use. I mean, I want to get a storage. I need a database storage. For example, 50 GB. I can go to the Google Cloud or OneDrive or Mega, and I buy that 50 GB. When I get what I pay. So it's easy and inexpensive setup. Uh, and in the second one is private cloud. And in the private cloud available to a specific organization. The private cloud available to a specific organization. For example, provide a platform to create your. It's just the service provider just provide us the platform to create our own application, and that application or that scenario or that infrastructure is protected by firewall. and have only access to an authorized person. It can't be accessed over the internet. It's not available for everyone. It's not available for public. So it's available for someone who has the authorized authentications. Uh, it minimizes the security concerns. It just minimizes the customer security concerns. Now we discuss about hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud is a combination of public cloud and private cloud. For example, you can build your applications, you can build your application and use them privately. And when you think your application is completely tested or your application is completely ready to go live, you can make it to public. So other can use that. So these are the three basic deployment model that we have discussed: public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud. Now let we discuss our next topic is cloud providers in the market. In deployment model, it's in the deployment model. Cloud providers in the market. When cloud comes, some people go and build their infrastructure and now they rent the services. When we talk about infrastructure, infrastructure mean that fee people providing these cloud services to different people across the globe. Fee people providing their resources, their storage, their computing, their network to the people, to other people, different people across the globe. For example, AWS. AWS is a very popular in cloud providers. We have different cloud provider in the market. So we are discussing about and our first of all we discuss about AWS, Amazon Web Servers, is very popular in cloud provider, and the reason of its popularity is its compute capacity. It is 6 times larger than any other cloud or service provider, cloud service provider. If other gave you if other gave you X speed, the AWS gave you 6x speed. That is a huge difference, and many and which is huge, and also its flexible pricing and many more features which other not provide. AWS is a global leader, and apart from other, we have Microsoft Azure that we can our course is based on. And we know that when Microsoft decide to do something, they expect that they kill all the competitions in the market. When you talk about AWS, the Azure, Microsoft Azure is the second best cloud provider in the world. Then we have Google Cloud Platform, GCP. Google is also a very good cloud provider in the market. No question. Why I say that the Google is good, Azure is also good. The AWS is also the leader of the market. Why Google is good? We all know that Google infrastructure that given to the market is one of the best search engine, and the amount of data they deal with every day is very huge. So they are the pioneer. When you talk about big data, they are the pioneer of. When you talk about big data, the Google is the pioneer, and all those things they know how to handle with that amount of data and to have an infrastructure that is very good. And by having these good facility, and that lead Google to be one of the cheapest cloud service provider in the market. It also the cheapest cloud service provider in the market. It's very cheap because Google have some power analytics which help user to use less power. So we pay what we use. So if we use our power is less consumed, then it's efficient, it's cost efficient. We pay what we use. And we also have different provider apart from AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud Platform, we have different service providers like DigitalOceans and IBM Cloud and Huawei Fusion Compute. But major we have AWS, we have Azure, and we have GCP, Google Cloud Platform. So this is our different available. Now I give you a demo about cloud computing, where we see different services are by one. First we discuss about I am giving you the demo. In the first time I give you the AWS, Amazon Web Server. First we discuss is give us. So let's move to the AWS. It's provided as a free trial. You don't need to pay any upfront money. You can go ahead and have access to AWS console, AWS services, and see how they work. And when you're confident, you are in the part that you realize that my services are I'm okay or not, then you can pay for the services. So they are AWS giving us a 12-month pack of free services, but there are certain restrictions on it, and if you use that restriction, AWS will charge you. How they charge? When you create an account, you have to give credit card details, and back to your accounts. And on the creating the account, they can charge a lump sum amount of money. When you are creating the AWS free trial account, they can charge you a lump sum amount of money for identifying your verification that you are the real person who is getting our services. And after some days, 2 to 3 days, they refund your uh, amount to your account, and you have 12 months to use Amazon services free, 100% free. Once your 12-month free trial expires, they notify you that you want to continue using our services or not. If you say yes, then they charge. Otherwise, they don't charge. So relax about that. Now we have different features in our free storage, free tier. First of all, we get EC2, Amazon EC2. They provide us free 750 hours of EC2. For example, in EC2, I can post my website and application here by using EC2. And I also have here Amazon. Let me click on it first. Yeah, now I get S3. S3 is a storage services that Amazon has provided us me the 5 GB of storage and database RDS, where I can store a database, Microsoft Server, SQL database. Here I can DB. It's a database, and the thing is here different thing that AWS providing us, and the thing is Lambda also compute service. We also get Lambda. Let me discuss about AWS free tier. Yes, we get these services. Yes, this is Lambda in compute services. Uh, in Lambda, it's similar to EC2, but EC2 allow you to host a website and host your application, but Lambda don't let you to host a website in it. So here are different services that we discuss in detail our course about EC2, S3. We have discussed about EC2, S3 a little bit, and Lambda. And AWS also provide us the instruction 10-minute instruction video that how to create account, how to build your own instance, and how to manage your console. So you just need to create a free or to create your free trial. You just need your credit card or debit card with you. So can you fill the form and continue start using AWS. It offers us different services. So let me open my account. So it's my account. It's already running, and AWS is running on my account. And we are on the dashboard, AWS Management Console, Amazon Web Server. You get the first page when you create the account is this. So we have different services that Amazon offers us. Like we have compute services, we have storage services, we have machine learning, we have different. We have database. We can create uh, mm, APIs here. So these are the different services that I get. It's the offer us different services. No, first of all, we let dig into it, and first I will create on this are this all the services. Let host an instance. So we have to click on the EC2. We have discussed EC2 that post your website, host your application, all that stuff we can done in EC2. In the EC2, I have this type of here we create an instance which we can use in EC2 in resource tab. Under the resource tab, I have services which I am used. I can run instance, I can dedicate host, I can elastic IPs instance, then key pairs, load balancer, placement groups, security groups, snapshots, volume, all the stuff that I have in resource in that service I can use. So about security, let's create an instance. No, create an instance. I already have created one instance for my lab purpose. So let's create a new instance. First of all, we click on the launch instance. In the launch instance, I have different multiple operating systems here where which I can use. So I'm going to use here. I can write Windows machine. I have servers. So Microsoft. Here I can done and let's start with the I have different Microsoft Windows Server versions. And the free version is let's take that what which version I can install because I have a free account, trial account, so I can free trial eligible. So select on the first one. Here I can check the CPU, how much in CPU I get, memory I get, instance in free account I get, storage, network performance, IPv6 port. It's all what I get in free tier account here. So I can from here we can also review and launch, but we need to step by step configuration. Okay, we click next. In the next here I can number of instance. Here I can how many instance I need, this their network setting, assignment setting, CPU options, allocations. These are the things that I can run here. I can create here. So next, here is my data stores. We can discuss in detail about that in our upcoming lectures. So it's a root data store. Now next, add a name tag. It's a key value pair. About key value and security policy, we don't discuss. We discuss it after later sometime. I add a name tag allow. Now next. Oh, name allow. It's a value of 256. It's my key value that will convert to 256 character. I can add maximum. Here's the security group. We can discuss it about security group later. Now I review and launch that. Create a new key pair. Now I write. We will discuss about that key pair later. Now I write here AWS. AWS. It's a very important file. AWS. You need to save. Now I'm launching instance. It's do some security checks, and after that I will am able to run that instance. Now I'm going to start that instance. It's running. I hope you are understanding well. So our instance is run, and no, I also talk about key pairs and security groups. Now let's discuss about key pair. Key pair, it's a verification process or the authentication process to users to use your instance. Here we have key pair in the network and security side. I have create key pair AWS with this ID and this ID. This is the credential which we use to enter to our to enter to our instance, to use our instance that we have created, so that other one can use your instance. So it's for security purpose. And now we discuss about the security group. Security group is like creating a policy that which thing you want to allow, which thing you don't want to allow to your instance. It's just like ACL's access control list, and it's apply on the instance. Let me move to the security group. And the security group, here I can create different security policies. Let I create first I uh, create security group. Here is the security group name. I say allow all services. Which type of services we will discuss. Description where I apply that. For example, AD uh, user to AD, our Active Directory that we have just installed that instance. Here is that VPC default. Here inbound role, add inbound role. I said all traffic, any type of traffic, and from any IP. I allowed that instance just for an example. Now on the outbound rule, already created all traffic and the custom anywhere I type, so that there is here is I just creating a security policy for knowledge. Now create security group. Security group is created. Now I need to define that security group to my instance. Now come back to the instance tab. and then click on my instance, which is this. I click on that, and when I click on that, I need on the action side. I go to the security, change security group, and when I change security group, here I can add the group. This is all the group I have, which we have created, all services that we have already created. I add that security group to here, and by default group, I remove the default group. Now save the settings, and then reload the instance. Now allow all services, and key name is created. So here I click on that instance, and I can click on connect. Here I can do what I can RDP that session. In the RDP, I need to get password for the username is administrator. If I click on get password, key pair associated with this instance, browse your. I need to browse my key pair that we have downloaded. This one. I open that key pair and decrypt password. Now here we get our password and the username administrator. Now what I need the IP address. First I come to the instance. It has a public IP address here on the instance. Yeah, this is the public IP address of my instance that we have created. Now you can also find it from here in the network. Yes, from here we can also find our public IP address, IP4 address. I already have copied that. Now I come back to that and connect on. When I connect, I click on RDP client, and I again click on get password, and I again and decrypt password. Now I get the password. Now what I do, I'm going to my remote desktop services from my local computer and enter paste that IP. Is it the IP? Let me check again the IP address of the instance. I think I have copied the wrong IP address. No, it's the IP address. I have copied the right. Uh, no, connect RDP client, get password, and that key pair that if I lost my key pair, I don't able to use my instance. Decrypt. Here I get the password and the username. Now I go to my remote desktop. Here I have the IP address which I have copied, and then I click on connect. It just asks me for the username and password. Use a different user. The username is administrator, and the password I copy that password and paste here, and then I click OK. It just build up a connection between my local computer to my RDP Windows server that is based on a AWS Amazon Web Server. Now I'm using, this is the example, this is the demo of using cloud computing services, that I'm getting compute, I'm getting storage, I'm getting network. It's just okay. Mealtime it start. Let's discuss about This is the overview of AWS. Our course is not about AWS. Our course is on Microsoft Azure, but it's a briefly review of AWS. Now we review our next cloud providers. The cheapest one and the famous one is the Google Cloud Platform. What you have to do, you just go to the Google uh, Cloud Platform. It also have free trial, but its free trial is paid for every services. You need a Google account. Let me begin. You need to pay for every services, but why I said it's the cheapest one, because we pay what we use. So these for example, I use 2 minutes of Amazon. I paid Amazon is paid by AWS charge in hours, but GCP charge as you use. For example, if I use 2 minutes, then Google Cloud will charge me only for the 2 minutes. But in AWS, if I use my instance 2 minutes, they AWS will charge me for the whole hour. So it's that's why it's called the cheapest one. No, it's we also need a credit card here to create our account on Google Cloud Computing platform. It's the cheapest one and the third major cloud provider in the market. So first we discuss. So these are some cloud providers in the market. I just mean to give you a little understanding and how they work, uh, and some basic core technology. Let we revise our all the session. I don't discuss Microsoft Azure today. Azure will discuss on the next lectures briefly. But today I know I'm going to review all what we have learned. So we have learned that we start our course from scratch, as you know, and we says that I divided your course into 10 major modules. The first one is I have tell you that Azure Fundamental Introduction to Cloud Azure, and the second one is Azure Fundamental, and the third one is storage services. Fourth, network domain. Fifth, Azure security. Fifth, Azure DevOps. And the sixth one is important services and pointer, artificial intelligence and machine learning, AWS versus Azure, cloud carriers and skill. How can you use your cloud skills in the market, and the final view. So these are the main module. And our first module is introduction to cloud. We have discussed in introduction to cloud that where we use cloud, and uh, we say that to manage multiple server into a one place so that we rent that services. We have we learn what is cloud. I said a huge space of a huge space that is available online for user. You can access it anywhere in the world where you store data as your host application. And then we discuss what is cloud computing. So the cloud computing mean that you have various application manage your resource properly by combining all those data center together through a network, and they're providing you the control to use these resources. uh, it just lets you run the services. So it is that we learn in cloud computing. And then we discuss different service model, and I say that we have different service model. It's depend on our usage. So some people want to use resources, some want to use create their own applications, or everyone has their own requirement. So based on our need, we have different service model, and there are three main models we have discussed: IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. I said first IaaS, IaaS, infrastructure as a services. It just provides us resource mean virtualized computer resource where we can install our own choice operating system and application or anything we want. It's instance. And then we discuss PaaS, platform as a services. It just give us a platform to build our own choice app And for example, I give you an example of Google app or Microsoft Visual Studio or Android app developer. These are the platform are lie in PaaS. And then we discuss SaaS. In SaaS, software as defined, it's the predefined services that we can use, but we don't need to maintain it, troubleshoot it, secure it, upgrade it. Don't have any concern about it, upscaling, downscaling, anything else. For example, I give you the example of Gmail, that we send email and receive email. We use Gmail as a services. We don't have any concern with the security. That all taken care by Google. So then after that service model, I moved to a deployment model, and in deployment model, we discussed that there are different deployment models, but there are three types of deployment model that are available in the market. First, public cloud, hybrid cloud, and private cloud. So let's discuss. We have discussed public cloud. Public cloud mean available to everyone. For example, a service provider make resource such as application storage or any resource, data center, data store available to general public over the internet. You pay what you use. In the private cloud is available to a specific organization, providing a platform to create your application, and it's protected by a firewall using firewall and different products, and only have the authorized person can access that services. It's a private cloud. And hybrid cloud, I ask that is a combination of private and public cloud. For example, you can build your own application and use that application privately, and when you think your application is 100% tested and you have complete your purpose, then you can live that application over the internet, so can other public can use it. It's our hybrid cloud. And then we discuss cloud providers in the market. And when cloud comes, some people go and build their infrastructure, and now they run the services. So I have discussed already that the and we have discussed about AWS. The AWS is the most popular. We say that why it's popular, because it's provide us 6s huge. It's 6s huge than any other cloud provider in the market. So that's why AWS is more famous. And about its flexible pricing and its feature that no other cloud provider give us. So AWS is a leader, global leader. And then we discuss, apart from the AWS, that we have Microsoft Azure, which is Microsoft product, and we have discussed that the Microsoft decide to do something. When Microsoft decide to do something, they expect that they kill all the competitions in the market. So when you talk about AWS, Azure is the second best cloud provider. Then we have Google Cloud Platform, the third one, a very good cloud provider in the market. No question, why is that good? Because it's deal with a huge data store. So it's a pioneer of data. So it's the third one, and it's the cheapest one in the market. So Google need to be one of the cheapest service provider in the market. Very cheap, because Google have some power analytic instance control that will made us to use less power. So we pay what we use. So in the next, I will discuss about AWS and tell you that AWS give us free trial about 12 months. We have free AWS trial about for 12 months. What we need, you just need a credit card or a debit card to create that account, and a lump sum amount of your from your account will be deducted, but only to verify your identity. And after 2-3 days, they will refund your all the money. It's totally free. So I have created my account, and I have also showed you about account here, and I show you the how to create instance, how to create and how to access that instance, how to manage network, how to manage security policy, how can instance work. We all that have learned that how AWS work basically, actually. So and the next I also have I also have access one instance from AWS from my local machine. So let's see that it's available to me, so I can use it. And it has 1 GB of memory, and this is the machine overall what I'm getting. So in next I say that we can have GCP, Google Cloud Platform. And in Google Cloud Platform, what we have is to create a free account, but be careful when sending payment details, because Google charge you what you use. So careful use by reading instruction that which service is free or which service is not free. So I also have my account here. Is the account of this is the dashboard of Google Cloud Platform, GCP, that we are seeing here. We also can create instance and different things here. First we can move to computing engine, and in computing engine we can create instance, VM instance. We have all that things, snapshots, disk managements. Here is the security policy in the cloud computing tab. So, and for Microsoft Azure, I said that I will discuss about Microsoft Azure on our next lecture. So this is basically overview about cloud computing and about different multiple vendors, multiple cloud providers available in the market. So I hope you get my point well, and see you in the next lecture. Bye, take care.